Right, just trying to give you a little tour of the land. Trying out new little gimbal I got for a crack. So let's start with the front garden, which is amazing. All mature trees planted 25 years ago on native Irish trees, birch, oak, chestnut, all complementary with the local wildlife. And you can see this is a little food forest we planted the other day. So we've got blueberries, hazelnut, blackberries, raspberries. And the blackberries we've planted are not the same as the wild ones. The wild ones are a bit invasive. These ones are a little bit less invasive. Here is the little front garden. It used to be really prim and proper when it was controlled, but it was left to run to its own devices for a couple of years, 3 or 4 years, so it's a bit overgrown, so that's going to take us a while, but there's nothing wrong with that. Here is the PTP. So we planted peas all around there, and eventually they'll grow all the way up there. And then some marigolds there for attracting the bees, which we do not need to do around here because there's so much wildlife, bees, etc. So it's just amazing. This is the what we call the forest, but this is a couple of trees deep. That's just amazing. I don't know if you can hear the birds, but they're singing away. Majority of that is birch, but it's also others, oak, etc. sprinkled in. You can see we have tried to, we got about 50 plants, or 50 trees I should say, that was little bare root trees that was a little bit late in the season, and they were sitting out for a couple of days because we were delayed moving in. But you can see example A is not doing so well, maybe a wrong location, maybe left too long, but we planted them around the place just to see where the right area, because we want to thicken up the woods. Again, not a whole lot of growth on that one, but as we move over here we actually get a nice bit of growth. So this is birch, I believe, so you can see all that growth, and that's only in the space of about a week or two. So I'm absolutely delighted with that. Yeah, that's a lovely front of the property. And over here, there's our gate. And move over here, there's even more. We've got chestnut or conker trees, which we're surprised. We didn't know we had any. Which was a nice little surprise when we found conkers on the ground. We also have a hawthorn tree here, which is ingrained in Irish folklore. If a farmer finds one of them on their land, they won't knock it down because it's linked with the fairies, and if you knock it down you get a lot of bad luck. So interesting one. All our hedging is mixed Irish native hedging, and there's a lot of hawthorn in that as well, and but that's a particular tree, so I wonder if there's a story behind that tree, but it's just a single tree of hawthorn. So all along here is birch, lovely tall trees all along. And then you'll see we've planted another row along here, which are all doing great. You see the growth on them. lovely growth all along there. They're all growing really well, so I need to get in and trim in the middle of them, but otherwise it's doing well. So you can move down. And we come to the orchard in making. So we've bought and planted 7 trees, I think 4 apple, 2 pear and a plum. And we're going to add this season another 8. You can see these are already doing so well. Look at that, brilliant. Pollinator on that one. Yeah, so we'll have about 15. You can see a nice bit of land here that they're going to have. There's about 4 meters between each one, both the rows and to the next tree in the row. So we'll get about 15 here for at least for the initial year, which is plenty to get us started. And now we capture this wasp. Yeah, look, see the people think wasps are all bad, but that one's a pollinator, I think. Or maybe it's not a wasp, but looks like one. So thank you, pollinator. Down here then, all along here is all their land, plans for chickens, etc. But for now, it's just cutting the grass. We're leaving a lot of it to wild, so that the wild